but like while acknowledging that like I am a UK boy, I'm like extremely westernized. I still do have like big ancestral roots in Nigeria, and that's something to massively celebrate.
Alright guys, so we're here at Black Excellence Bristol, and we're acknowledging aspirations and achievements. I'm here with my good friend Sam Ilogu. Me and Sam know each other we've known each other for years now.
Yeah, it must be like since we were 11.
Yeah. So like well over 10 years now.
I grew up in a predominantly white neighbourhood, like a predominantly white school, like all my friends just like happen to be white, we have a fairly like standard white Christmas at my house. Like I spent a lot of time in Devon growing up with my white grandparents and like so on and so forth. Like I've never and so like sometimes when like growing up when I did hear like my black friends talking about like very specifically like their black cultural experiences, like a lot of the stuff I just couldn't ever relate to. Too white for the black kids and too black for the white. And
that sense always resonated with me as well, actually, because I've always felt like stuck in that middle ground, like especially in school. Like a lot of my friends, majority of my friends are white, and like there was a lot of black people in my school, and there was a lot of diversity in my school.
You went to
Fairfield, yeah.
I
remember like this boy who was, I think he was Pakistani. And he hanged out with like a lot of like the black boys and stuff. And then he referred to like me and my friends as like the white boys. And I remember saying to him like, but like there's me. And then there was literally like two other black kids. And like, but we were all collectively the white boys.
Yeah.
And that was like something that really struck me. Cause like, and as much as like, I'll be referred to as one of the white boys. So that's me initially being rejected by the black community.
Sorry to cut you off, but did you get a lot of that you act white nonsense?
Oh yeah. Yeah, loads. And it's weird now because like as I'm getting older, I kind of understand it because I've realised now I've rejected my blackness so much, and the past 4 years has been a journey of like not so much reinventing myself, but kind of like looking within myself and looking within my culture. And I'm starting to value things I never valued before.
Deconstructing these negative stereotypes.
Yeah.
That are just like.
But like I said, I feel like there was like there's been like stereotypically like black and like things like that. But then there's also like things that are actually a part of black culture but weren't like a part of me. Like for example, the music I used to listen to those like rock bands and stuff like that. And obviously there's black people like rock music. Yeah. There's black people make rock music, and rock and roll came from the black community originally. But the bands I would listen to weren't black people, and they didn't have any black people in there. Whereas now, like pretty much all my musical taste is centered around like black R&B, reggae, dancehall, Afro beats. Things that are like literally like you almost have to be black to make this music. You know what I mean? So I do kind of get like where people would come from when they'd say that, because I did experience a lot of self-hate. I wanted to have like straight hair. I never grew my hair out. I would like all my friends were white. Like even like when it comes to family, I was like family events with people on my mum's side. I felt much more at home and much more comfortable, which is my white side. Yeah. But then when it's my dad's side, my black side, and hanging out with like Jamaican family, I felt like lost. Yeah, I couldn't understand what my granddad was saying to me. Yeah, he's speaking in patois, and I'm like, I don't. Like, do you know what I mean? So I do kind of get it. Like it's obviously, like comments like that, it still definitely hurts, and I don't think people should say that and kind of categorize people in that way. But as I've gotten older, I've started to understand where that came from. Yeah. You went to the Ilogu Manor, which is your family home, isn't it? So that,
the Ilogu Manor, yeah.
Yeah, and so when you were in Nigeria, did you feel like you were welcomed by? Oh yeah, like people outside your family though. Were they?
Yeah, so this is one of the bizarre things. So the village that we stayed at is it's a bit in the middle of nowhere, like to the point where like a lot of the people living there have like never seen a mixed race person, let alone like a white person. So like going there with my mum, it's like a full on like curiosity.
Did you feel like a lot of eyes on you then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And like
I
remember there so I was just like walking down the street with my mum, and like kids would be like, come and look at the white person, like literally like shouting to like, and they like run out and just like.
How did your mum take that?
Like no, like I mean my dad like obviously like pre-warned her and like everything, but like even like all the warning in the world, it's still like quite a surreal experience. Like from a mile off, they clocked that I wasn't fully Nigerian.
Yeah.
Which for me was also quite surreal. Someone referred to me as yellow. That was
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
It's really interesting that.
Yeah.
Is that something that's like, did that like hurt you? Or
No,
you
not at all. Like I don't know. Maybe this seems weird for me to say, but like in a weird way, it was like kind of validating, like in a way.
So it's okay for them to sort of feel that way and look at you as in like you're not exactly one of them, basically. Yeah.
Not necessarily not one of them. See, this is another thing as well. Like while I was in the village, there was this a lot of like the older men, especially, they did like really reinforce the idea that this is part of my homeland. This is like a big part of my heritage. Like I am Nigerian. Like I do have this long and beautiful history of and ancestral line. So I'm descended from the Igbo tribe. Like that's one of the two main tribes in Nigeria. You have the Igbo and Yoruba. But like while acknowledging that like I am a UK boy, I'm like extremely westernized. And I still do have like big ancestral roots in Nigeria, and that's something to massively celebrate.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Something that will never leave you as well, no matter how far away you move around the world. It's still going to be a part of you.
Yeah.
Definitely. So just like wrap up basically, it's like, I'd like to ask you sort of what's one of your like biggest achievements that you've had, and what's one of your like long-term goals for the future?
I guess probably my biggest achievement was getting into university to do biology.
That's very big, definitely.
Yeah, like especially me, like who like historically has always kind of like struggled through school.
Really?
Yeah.
So I always thought you was very much an academic person.
No.
Really?
No, I'm the complete opposite. Like like I wasn't like a naughty throw chairs type of kid, but I wasn't like in secondary school. I can like literally count the times that I actually did any homework or revision on like my one hand. Like,
and lastly, what's one of your like goals for the future?
For the future, so I'm heading into my third year of university now. So hopefully if I'm really put my head down and study hard, I'll be able to like go on to do a master's. And I always feel like embarrassed when people ask me like what do you want to do when you finish uni, because like before the like even before the pandemic, I kind of had my head set on like I've always thought virus research was cool. But like but like obviously with everything going on, like it seems a bit
All right, well, that was a really good conversation. I really enjoyed that, and talking a bit about like, you know, relating to someone who's mixed race, because I think that is really important. That'd be great for like, you know, people watching this as well, to kind of validate their experience as a mixed race person and kind of understand it as well. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through to speak to us. I really appreciate that.
I did a good job.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Fumbled a bit, but yeah,
thanks so much for coming.
Yeah.